This is your warm-up for your strength day. We'll start with a light kettlebell, just getting to know how we're feeling today, warming up our body, warming up our movement patterns, and you might have a couple of other options available if you wish. But one kettlebell is all you need. You'll pick it up, practicing your first deadlift and finding your first vertical plank of the day. Take a breath in and a breath out. So getting a sense of your posture, your body in space, where are your shoulders, what is your pelvis doing, what are your feet and legs doing. Just scanning through your body in this moment and noticing if that kettlebell feels light, medium, or heavy. It should feel quite light for this first round. Let's start passing it around the world, passing it behind and in front, behind and in front. We'll do this about 10 times, give or take. It doesn't have to be exact because we're not counting reps for this. It's just a warm-up. You're breathing. You're, again, just checking in. How are you feeling today? And then you'll stall the kettlebell and go the other direction. Just starting to come into the present moment, starting to attune yourself to this kettlebell and to your strength. And then you'll pause the kettlebell, bring it behind you, bend your elbows, widen your feet as though you're about to do a kettlebell swing, but we'll do our good morning, our wide feet, bent elbows, long spine, hip hinge. You're looking up and then straight ahead. So it's great practice for deadlifts, for hip hinges of any kind, and of course, just this general movement pattern of the hip hinge or deadlift and how you move in that way. We'll come looking up and down a couple more times, and then come up to standing and pass the kettlebell back in front. Put it down for a second, shake that out. We'll ninja it up to the goblet grip, do our prying goblet grip squat. If for any reason you're not doing squats today, you can just make this your own. You can use a chair, just making this warm up your own and doing what's meaningful to you and checking in with where your body is at today. That's the whole point of the warm up. So if squats aren't on the menu for you, you modify by doing a sit to stand on a chair or something similar. Pulling the kettlebell into your body, coming down, and maybe it's just a test at first. Maybe you're just checking things out. If you can come all the way down, you're going all the way down. Maybe your heels are up off the ground, that's okay. Just remember that if you have really narrow feet, a lot of people will have narrow feet, you might want to widen them, and you might find this more accessible with wider feet. You're paying attention to what your ankles are doing, what your spine is doing, and you're starting to open your knees up and out the sides by prying them open with your elbows. You're giving them a little nudge, side to side. And then you'll do a bicep curl, open and close, open and close. Maybe one more bicep curl, long spine, inhale, and exhale, come up to standing. It's a great check-in. You'll park that down deadlift style. And how did that feel? Again, it's a good check-in, and it lets you know if you're doing squats today or if you're not. And then we'll do our overhead halo. This is a check-in for the shoulders. Posture check-in, you'll scoop the kettlebell up. So this feels awkward, but then you'll bicep curl, pulling it into your chest. We'll halo around the head, coming behind, to the side, and in front. To one side, behind, the other side, and in front. And you're really doing your best to sturdy your body. You're not dodging the kettlebell with your head. I see that a lot. Doing about 5 per direction. You can alternate directions. Make this your own. It's your own check-in. We'll be doing this 3 times, so you'll get a chance to check things out. I'm gone the other direction now. You should change directions. Really nice warm up that you can literally do anytime, anywhere, and it hits all parts of the body. And behind here, you're really giving your triceps a stretch. You're getting into that, especially with your lighter weight. As it gets heavier, that might change a bit. You'll open up and hip hinge to park. Okay, shake that out. We'll do that same routine 2 more times. If you want to use this time for your own warm up, do that. Also really, really good. So I'm going to pick up my 8-kilogram bell now just to give a little bit more stimulus, just to see how things are working. We'll pick it up, come to that standing position. Notice if that feels light, heavy, or just right. For the warm up, we're not trying to wear ourselves out. This should feel pretty easy. We're definitely not wanting to use up too much of that strength energy in our warm up. You're passing around the kettlebell about 10 times, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, orbiting around your hips, 8, 9, and 10 to stall. So make sure you get some momentum. I often see people kind of getting too close to their body. Make sure to really pass it, swing it a bit. You're sturdying yourself with your body. 3, 2, 1, install the kettlebell. Bring it behind you. Bend your elbows, squeeze your shoulder blades together. This is great for your upper back. Get those feet in place, and then good morning. And this is called a stretch. For some people, it's a stretch. For some people, it's really not. For myself, it's really not. It's a attunement to my posture, to my hip hinge. Bend the knees, though. We don't want to get too much of a stretch yet there, but just ease your way into it. If you are tight in your hamstrings, just gently ease yourself to a bit straighter of a leg. But again, it's warm up, so you're not trying to push yourself too much. You're just checking in and warming things up. Another one. Come up and pass it back in front. Put it down for a second. Get yourself set up for your squat. You might do it on a stability ball. You might do it on a chair or have a stool, something, or another variation of your choice. You'll come up, ninja that kettlebell up to the goblet grip, and then find your foot position coming down. Just a few pries open, knees open, looking over that shoulder, little tiny bit of rotation as you check things out in this low position. Even if you're not doing squats today, it's always good to check in with our squat with a bit of weight in hand. Bicep curl, come up. Bicep curl, come up. Bicep curl, come up, and then all the way up to standing. You'll slide that down, hip hinge, and then we'll do our halo. You might want a lighter weight for your halo. If you feel good with something heavier, I'm using my 8. Scoop it up, bicep curl, halo around the head. 1. I'm just going to do 3, 2, 3 in this direction, and then 3 in the other direction. You can alternate. Again, make this your own check-in. If there's anything going on in your body, this is the chance to figure it out and figure out how to modify your workout, work with what you've got. Okay, that was second round. We'll rip through a third one, and then we'll get started with our strength day. So I might use my 10 for this one. I'll start with a few passes. That definitely changes things. So, like I say, don't go too heavy. I kind of wanted to just give myself some more stimulus. Let's go the other direction. A little bit of warm up for the hands, checking in with the glutes and giving myself that feedback that those kettlebells always give so that we learn about how to posture ourselves. Bend the elbows, bend the knees, hinge at the hips. Just a few of these. If you're like me and these don't really do too much for your hamstrings and you're ready to deadlift for sure. And if your hamstrings are tight, you're just gently working on this. We're all working on our hip hinge and that upper back posture, our 2 points of contact straight ahead and up on the wall. So at the horizon and straight up. And come back, park it down, shake that out, find your feet, And then you'll do what do we do next? Our goblet grip squat. We'll come down nice and low, pry those knees open a few times, check that out. That feels good. Do a few bicep curls, breathing, and then come up and out of the hole. Again, you might want to go a bit lighter for these halos, bottoms up. Check it out. You might do a couple of heavy ones just to see what's going on. And you're warming things up, getting the heart pumping a little bit. If you're using a little bit heavier, that's a good thing. Just don't go so heavy that you burn yourself out. Bring that down, park it down, check things out. Add on to this warm-up. This is intermediate to advanced, so you guys know what you're doing. And we'll get started with your workout.